take number 4. Maybe my phone won't fall this time. Okay, so it's Sunday, so I'm making a video. Pretty proud of the fact that I keep making them on Sunday and not procrastinating. But some really, really cool stuff happened to me this week. And I feel like a lot of y'all are fairly new and haven't been around for over a year now. So I will give you some background before I go into the really cool shit. So in July of 2016, I got my name legally changed to Jude. And so the way you do that in Indiana is you have to publish your intent to change your name in the newspaper, and then you appear before a judge and you prove that you're not running from creditors or the law and that you're competent enough to change your name. So when I appeared before the judge, I also asked if I could change my gender marker on my birth certificate. In Indiana, to change your gender marker on your birth certificate, you need a court order, even though you don't need one for your license or your passport. So I don't know whether that makes sense to anybody, but that's the way it is. And I waited to ask him until I went before him because that's what I was told to do when I went to the office to get all the paperwork to start the name change process. So I was just doing what I was told. I assumed asking people who worked in the court would give me the right answer. They didn't, but... So, I got my name legally changed and I asked him about my gender marker, and he was under the impression that I had to follow the same route as a name change, which meant that I would have to publish my intent to change my gender marker in the newspaper. Needless to say, I didn't really want to do that. One, because it cost $150 to change my name, or do it for my name change, and I didn't have another $150 to shell out. And two, because that is incredibly dangerous and ludicrous, and why? Why? So when I left, I was pretty disheartened. I know that a birth certificate's not that big of a deal, and you don't need it for very many things, but it's important for me to have all of my documents say the same thing, and I would assume that it would be important for the government to want all my documents to say the same thing, but, trans folks in America, we ain't got shit. So, thankfully, as I vented on Facebook, I'm pretty sure, I had a connection who put me in touch with a lawyer. And the lawyer was like, no, that is, no, we're not doing that. So a few months after that, I appeared in front of the judge again with my lawyer. I forget what the legal term of the hearing was. I'm really bad at this game. But basically, they were just asking the judge to change his decision. Correct the error or something like that. I don't know. I'm not in it. Anyway. And the judge, he didn't seem malicious. He didn't seem like he didn't want me to change my gender marker. There just wasn't really a precedent set for how that should happen in Indiana. The precedent that set previously was just that the gender marker change would follow the same route as the name change, which is what he was asking me to do. So pretty much he was like, I'm probably going to deny this, and you can appeal it and hopefully change the way this thing works. I was upset about it, but the way that he went about it, I got where he was coming from, and that it seemed like he wanted to make a change for it because he didn't necessarily agree with the route that he thought I had to take in order to do that. And he mentioned that he had no problem with me changing my gender marker, and that I met all the requirements and all that kind of garbage, So we appealed the decision, and that would have been in October, November of 2016, and then I've just been sitting and twiddling my thumbs and waiting while my lawyer did their thing, my lawyer and their team. So this week I finally got a call. This has been a year-long process. I just want all my stuff to say the same thing. So this week I got a call. Well, first I got a text. I work 2 floors underground, so someone that worked with my lawyer was like, hey, you should check your voicemail. So I did, and we won the case. It was merged with another trans man's case who didn't want to publish his name change either. So we won the case. I don't have to publish the intent to change my gender marker, and no trans person in Indiana will ever again be asked to publish their intent to change their gender marker in the newspaper, and I think that is super cool. I know I really didn't do anything, but I'm a small part in a big change in Indiana legislature, and that is super awesome. So now I'm pretty much just waiting for the official court order to come through, and then I can drive back to my hometown and hope they don't give me any shit and change my gender, or change my birth certificate, the name and gender marker on it. So yeah, I will link the article that's talking about the case below, in case you want like official like legal terms for everything, because I don't have that. Um, but yeah, so I think that's super awesome. I'm real pumped about it. I was like on cloud nine like all that day, um, and it's just I mean, I was like a small part in something like huge for the trans community in Indiana, and I am really thankful that I had access to the lawyer and I had a support group, and that I was able to be patient about birth certificate because it doesn't affect pretty much anything in my life at this point, or probably ever to be honest. But so I'm thankful that I was able to be the one that had to wait and go through that, so other trans folks in the future don't have to go through it. And if their only form of ID is like their birth certificate or like something like that, they don't have to worry about that anymore, and that they have a much easier route to go than what they had previously. So that is like super cool. I still can't believe that like I was that small part in that thing. Um, but I'm lucky I got to use my privilege for something positive for the trans community. Um, and it still just like blows my mind that that happened and that everything's changed and things are going to be so much easier for trans folks in Indiana now. Um, some things are going to be so much easier for trans folks in Indiana now, let's be honest. But yeah, so this is a really long video of me waving my hands and being kind of excited. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'll link the article talking about the case below. Um, and yeah, have a great week. Take care of yourself. Take care of other people. Especially take care of marginalized groups right now with all the crap that's happening. Use your privilege for something positive. And yeah, have a good one.